A resolution was tabled in Parliament today to guarantee a total of $250 million debt of the Bahamas Electricity Corporation.
And as Carla Palmer tells us, the move comes as officials confirm once again the state of affairs of the corporation as cash-starved. Our Carla Palmer has more.
Minister of State for Finance, the Honorable Michael Alcides, tabled the resolution. He explained that BEC is only seeking to rewrite an existing loan, which was first initiated 5 years ago.
What it means simply is this. In 2009, BEC borrowed $211 million from a group or consortium of banks. As I indicated, all the names of the banks got together and loaned BEC $211 million. In August of 2012, in order to satisfy its obligations to its fuel supplier, BEC borrowed a further $35 million from First Caribbean International Bank.
Executive Chairman of BEC, Leslie Miller, says BEC is suffering serious financial losses, due in part to the high fuel charge it is forced to pay on the international market. He says BEC's fuel bill stands at $385 million annually.
While we agree, Mr. Speaker, that so many Bahamian families were hurting, the effect on BEC's purse is significant.
Mr. Miller says he is searching diligently for innovative ways to reduce BEC's fuel bill and improve the corporation's financial position. He reiterated ongoing attempts to reduce overtime at BEC, which amounts to $12 million a year, and the introduction of a flexi-shift system. Member of Parliament for Central Grand Bahama, Nico Grant, is, however, questioning the management style at BEC for its state of affairs.
There's a need to question the management of BEC. There's a need to question the management of BEC. When it comes to overtime, the union has said.
Meantime, Environment Minister Kenred Dossett and Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of Works, Renewal Wells, are lobbying for the use of alternative sources of renewable energy as the way forward and a solution to help reduce the cost of electricity. I'm Carla Palmer for the ZNS News Network.
Also from the House of Assembly today, the Minister of Public Works, the Honorable Philip Davis, announced that the new Providence Road improvement project is substantively complete.
We are now at a place where the Ministry of Works and Urban Development is able to make the statement that the project, which commenced in January 2009, in January 2013, 4 years later, is substantially complete. The contractor has placed the final layer of asphalt on all the 16 corridors of the project. My ministry is currently in the process of site inspections, review of punch list items, and quality index scores for taking over the various corridors.
In other news, police say they believe they know the owner of a Chevy Cavalier found in the Seabreeze Canal last night. Authorities got a call around 6:30 Tuesday evening about a car submerged in waters with a person inside. After their initial investigation, police confirmed that no one was inside the vehicle. Police, along with Defense Force officials, extracted the car from the water and searched the vehicle for any clues. Second officer in charge of the Police Force's Eastern Division, Assistant Superintendent Cleophas Cooper, that is, telling ZNS News at the scene that police are following significant leads into this incident. We also spoke with an eyewitness whose voice we distorted about what he saw.
I don't know, he didn't really look like he was in distress over there. He just ran off, right? So he was trying to figure out what's going on. He told me they called the police. By the time I see the fella running back, so I don't know, for some reason the first thing going in my mind is that, you know, a lot of things has happened with this canal, you know, in the past. The first thing going through my mind is that he's trying to ditch the car. So I wasn't like trying to, you know, my first thing was like safety, family. But when I see him rush back in the canal, that's when I ran over the canal too. But when I get over there, like, he wasn't there. I didn't see no swimming, no nothing, or whatever. So That's when I ran back in. I switched my clothes and stuff. And I came back out. It looked like one of the car lights was on. And that's when I realized how far the car was. And it wasn't, when I realized how far the car was, you know, you could have died after the bottom like that, you know. And that's when the neighbor came out with his flashlight and the light, I guess the water got to the light and cut off. And I guess 15 minutes later, that's when the police came.
Former Supreme Court Justice K. Neville Adderley being sworn in by Governor General His Excellency Sir Arthur Foulkes today as the newest Court of Appeal Justice. He joins Justices Christopher Blackmun, Stanley John, and Abdullah Conte. Justice Adderley has an extensive career in the judiciary. Justice Adderley started out as a lawyer and was later appointed to the Supreme Court, where he also served as a justice. Justice Adderley spoke with ZNS News moments after he was sworn in and talked about what this means for his career.
Well, I suppose in terms of the law, it's probably sort of the epitome of achievement in the Bahamas. But I think it means more for the profession in the sense that we are now maturing and moving towards, nearer and nearer towards having a Court of Appeal that has a majority of indigenous lawyers. And I think that is really the significant part of it.
The Urban Renewal Commission is trying to turn things around in inner city communities on this island one step at a time. Today, the commission conducted a walkabout in the Windsor Lane community where they knocked on doors and spoke with residents about some of their pressing concerns. During that walkabout, many residents of a government complex in the area talked about unemployment, while others told police officers they were living in fear amidst rampant crime.
We've spoken to a single mother who is concerned about employment. Certainly she has 8 children, and she said she hadn't worked for 7 years, and then of course the house needs some repairs done, and so there are problems like that, and so I'm sure that would be the norm wherever we go because there's so many persons seeking employment.
While we're in these areas, you know, because these are areas, if a criminal wants to operate, these are the type of areas that they like, where persons are vulnerable and they try to prey on these individuals. So we believe that police presence here, and if we constantly come with a comprehensive approach with social service, all the relevant government agencies, we'll be able to eradicate and improve the quality of life for these individuals in these communities.
Now, co-chairs of the Urban Renewal Commission, Algernon Allen and Cynthia Mother-Pratt, say improving conditions in the community may be a challenge, but it's something that must be done.
We're going to do it street by street, neighborhood by neighborhood, community by community, and we're going to walk it so that at the end of the day, when we bring our solutions to bear, people will know that we're not dealing with no airy-fairy solutions, but solutions that are born out of our experience as commissioners, as police officers, and as agents of help.
Still to come, a new set of officers take over the Bahamas Volleyball Federation. Find out more coming up in your first look at sports.
Also ahead in Family Island news, an update on the new hospital for Exuma. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight.